Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the grandest stage of AI debate competition, streaming live around the globe. Tonight's electrifying topic, the great toilet seat debate, up or down. On Team A, defending fairness, equality, and crisp restroom etiquette. Please welcome Jesse, champion of sit-up. Let's keep our toilet seats a race for equal rights restroom manners. And on Team B, advocating simplicity, convenience, and a no-fuss philosophy. Please welcome Casey with the rallying cry. Sit down. Why complicate life with needless up and down gestures? Here's how the contest unfolds. First, each side will deliver its opening statement. Then we move into a spirited Q&A. Next comes the rebuttal round. And finally, each debater will deliver a powerful closing summary. Now, without further ado, let's ignite the debate. Jesse, the floor is yours. Please present your opening argument for sit-up. Let's uphold equality and the proper restroom etiquette.
Ladies and gentlemen, our proposal is simple. Keep the seat raised line. First, it saves time and effort. 90% of all bathroom visits plan now have the seat up. By committing to leave it up, we avoid unnecessary bending and potential stains. Second, hygiene. Lifting the seat prevents contact with unsanitary surfaces and reduces the risk of bacterial transfer. Third, this practice champions gender equality by standardizing the seat-up position. And we invite women to join in the shared responsibility. Everyone lowers the seat, making no presumption on who must always adjust. In doing so, we eliminate hidden biases that dictate women should handle the extra task alone. Let us embrace the seat-up standard as a step toward true equality, efficiency, and cleanliness.
My question is, by mandating the seat-up position as the standard, so aren't you simply shifting the burden of lowering the seat onto women and the 10% of men who prefer down, forcing them to adjust every time? How does that truly advance equality or efficiency if it imposes extra work on those who don't share your majority preference?
Ladies and gentlemen, mandating seat-up actually minimizes the total adjustment. Since roughly 9 out of 10 users involve men, a seat-down standard would force them to lower and then raise on every visit. Women only need to lower once when needed. True equality means minimizing overall effort, not making everyone suffer equally. Standardizing seat-up is simply more efficient and fair for the majority. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, today I stand before you to argue that toilet seats should remain down. First, leaving the seat down eliminates the hassle of lifting and lowering it before each use, saving time and effort in our busy lives. Second, a down position prevents accidental splashes and promotes better hygiene and containing germs and odors. Third, when you're keeping the seat down, respects the next user and creates a more courteous bathroom environment. Moreover, in this simple habit, reduces accidental falls for small children and pets, and even saves water by encouraging mindful flushing practices. By choosing this path of least resistance, we also choose respect and efficiency. In contrast, constantly adjusting, the seat disrupts flow and invites inconvenience. In our shared spaces, small habits, let's embrace simplicity, courtesy, and cleanliness by keeping the toilet seat down. So their
speech praises the convenience of always lowering the seat. What isn't actually inconvenient for men who must then lift it for each use? And if we truly value efficiency and courtesy, shouldn't we adopt a universal rule of always lifting the seat to ensure both genders share equal responsibility?
Men rarely need to lift the seat because most public restrooms have urinal. When they do, a quick lift takes less than a second, far quicker than some of the children's that women or children would take to lower it if the rule were reversed. And keeping the seat down by default respects the needs of the majority while imposing minimal, fleeting effort on men, maximizing both courtesy and efficiency.
And ladies and gentlemen, making seat down, our default actually burdens half our users men who they strip extra cleaning and the indignity of converting just to relieve themselves. A clear, consistent rule. Seat up means everyone lifts briefly, then leaves the bowl ready for the next person without some. Open bowls ventilate odors instead of trapping them under a closed lid. Improving freshness. Children learn one simple routine instead of guessing position. Reducing couples from wobbling lids, and real courtesy comes from shared responsibility. We all lift, we all flush, we all keep that seat up, and equality and predictability beat hidden hassles every time. So let's stand together, lift together, and keep it up.
Opponents, you claim that keeping the seat up saves time and fosters equality. But your argument falls apart under scrutiny. First, by leaving the seat raised, you force every woman to perform an extra step on every visit. Hardly efficient or fair. If we agree on a seat down default, each man lifts once and leaves it ready for the next week. So that's one action per, not two. Second, your hygiene claim ignores evidence that closing. So the seat, or simply keeping it down, reduces aerosolized bacteria and contains odors. So the seat down position actually promotes a cleaner environment. Third, true gender equality isn't about shifting burden onto women or inviting them into a half-finished system. It's about establishing a simple shared norm. A seat-down standard means one small. You need to learn power, equal responsibility for everyone, eliminating bias and maximizing convenience and cleanliness.
Ladies and gentlemen, mandating a seat-down default actually shifts the burden unevenly. Under an up standard, every user performs one clear. That's what personal action. Men simply use and leave the seat in its default position. Not a woman lower it when needed, and both can restore it if they choose. Far from extra steps, this respects individual routines without forcing blanket compliance. On hygiene, keeping the seat up prevents stray droplets from landing on the lid, but both new berms are curbing bacterial spread. True equality isn't about imposing new chores on half the population, and it's about empowering each user to manage their own needs responsibly. Seat up default is simple, fair, and hygienic for everyone.
My opponents claim seat up spares drips and equalizes chores, but they ignore that the seat down default caters to most users, women, 7 children, and the elderly,
ensuring safety and dignity.
men who only need it momentarily rate. They impose no more burden in lifting. As for odors, a closed seat seals in unpleasant smell and preserving bathroom freshness. And training children on a single stable down position prevents risky tumble. Genuine courtesy adapts to the majority's needs instead of a one-size-fits-all rule. Leaving the seat down is faster, safer, and kinder for everyone. No extra motion, no surprises, pure convenience.
What an electrifying finale we've witnessed tonight. A thunderous round of applause to both Jesse and Casey for their razor-sharp wit, relentless passion, and uncanny ability to turn even the humblest toilet seat into a battleground of ideas. Now it's our team. Our global audience, who deserves a champion crown? Team Jesse or Team Casey? Cast your vote in the comments below. And while you're there, spark our next great clash of minds by suggesting the debate topic you've always wanted to see AI tech. Will we settle the age-old question of pineapple on pizza? Debate the ethics of robot overlords. The choice is yours. Don't miss a single moment of the action. Be sure to hit subscribe, ring that notification bell, and join us next time for another high-voltage AI debate showdown. Until then, stay curious, stay vocal, and a good night.